All right, in today's video, this is my daughter's 2020 Tesla. It's about, that's called a PTC. It's like a heater core. It goes under the dash. It's it's a heater, pretty much electric heater, but it's like a heater core. Anyways, long story short, this thing gave out on my daughter's car, and we got quoted through Tesla because it's so cold right now, and we got quoted through them, uh, $1,300 plus towing fee. They didn't want us to drive the car because it could get foggy, blah blah blah. In other words, they wouldn't touch the car unless they sent somebody to tow it, and that was another $300 because it's like an hour away from us, 40-50 minutes. So that's how expensive these things are. The cars themselves, they're not that bad. I think we only paid like probably like 23,000 I mean, for it. But that's not the problem. The problem is to maintain them and the technicians, and a lot of people freak out. Don't worry, like, try it out. It's nothing out of the ordinary. It's not rocket science. The best thing, I mean, even though when you buy that, if you type it out, you Google it, the PTC, it tells you, Tesla has this forum that it tells you exactly step by step how to do it, and that's exactly what I did. I went on Marketplace and I found one in Portland, and another guy that I used to truck with, I asked him if he can buy it and bring it over. I gave him the money. I paid $250 for it, and he delivered it for me. I gave him the $250 and he brought it over. And it's a risk, but the only reason I took the risk is because the guy said, I'm gonna mark mine and I'm gonna give you warranty, 30-day warranty. That's the only reason I did it. If you go online, these ones are like $700. Even through Tesla, this thing was like $900, and they were charging me like almost $600, $400 to install it, and then the towing fee. So I was looking at around $1,600 to have my heater back, and the daughter was already, she didn't want to drive it because it has no heater, and it's very cold. It's frozen in the mornings, and these things rely a lot on that because this thing defrosts themselves. You leave it at a certain temperature and it defrosts itself automatically. Long story short, I did it by myself. I went through that forum, followed step by step. It only calls for 1.3 hours, which is an hour and a half. And an hour and a half, they wanted to charge me like $600 to replace that. That is, I mean, it is a Tesla car, but it's a ridiculous amount of money. So I did it myself. I saved myself that amount of money. I paid $250, and the car works fine. No, nothing. Everything went back to normal. It defrosts itself when it's winter, and you can put the heater in blast. Yes, you cannot use that car on the lift. You have to go under because you gotta be opening the doors. So pretty much it's a garage thing. I did it on jack stands in the floor. Just jacked up the front and disconnected the batteries. As the main important thing. The forum tells you everything how to do it. Disconnect all the batteries. There is another YouTube video that I followed the guy too, but I was more comfortable following the forum, and it took me like 2 hours because there was some stuff I didn't know, and I had to be careful. I wanted to be careful not to break anything, but this car is all plastic, and I got it done. So I saved myself pretty much like $1,300 by doing it myself. And they are electric cars. They are the new, supposedly future, but don't be afraid to touch them. Don't be afraid to do them. It's nothing out of the ordinary. Same thing, I did the tires myself. Pretty sure there's a short video that I uploaded on what the tires are and the regular tires. These tires, they wanted a lot of money. They were like almost $1,000, and I bought them through my account for like, I think it's like $80 each. And the car runs fine. It's quiet. Probably not as quieter as when they come or what they call for, but we live in a gravel road, so it doesn't really matter. So just thought I'd share this with you guys. 1.3 hours, 1.5 hours it costs to replace that, and the dealer wanted to charge me that much amount of money. So don't be afraid. This is what these videos are all about, DIYs. I didn't want to record because there is that video that it's uploaded. You can Google it, and it's very easy. If one of you guys encounter a problem like that, or somebody needs one, they're not that hard. And just hit up Marketplace, hit up other places. Don't go straight to the dealer. Don't get them on eBay, because on eBay they will say that they are sold as is. There's no warranty, so you got to be careful. These things are very expensive. The car relies a lot on that. So, yeah. All right. Why was this CRV $300? This CRV turned out to be a little bit of a headache, but with a little bit of time, knowledge, effort, experience, we got it back on the road. This thing, my brother bought it for $300. It was posted on Marketplace for $500, then $450 or $400, I believe. And it was pretty much, they said, it hasn't been running for a long time and it doesn't run. Bring a trailer. My brother, at the time, I was already making a deal on another one that was rolled. Long story. And my brother went and got it. He asked me, "Hey, are you gonna buy it?" I said, "No, I'm not gonna buy it. I'm gonna go look at another one." We always try to not step on each other's toes. Whoever, we always ask each other. There's 3 of us, and we always ask each other, are you gonna get it, or I can get it, so we don't bump into each other. Or a lot of times, what happens is the prices, they start going up, or either they stay firm if they have too many messages. So we message each other, and sure enough, he said he was gonna go get it. So he went, he got it, and he lives in a property where his HOA doesn't let him have a lot of cars, so he couldn't get to it right away. He had other things going on, and he said, "Hey, I'll sell it to you. Give me what I paid for it." He paid $300, but I'm not that type of guy. I sent him $350, Cash App, and I went and I picked it up, and we started digging into it, me, Marco, and Luis. So, long story short, the CRV starts and idles, but he idles like at 300 RPM, not 3,000, 300 RPM. Like, he barely stays on, and he's like fluctuates, sputters, and then shuts off. And then you try it again, and then you give it gas, and then it shuts off. Every time you step on the throttle, it shuts off. So we were like, okay, let's look for fuel. We remove the return line. Sits right here. On a regular fuel pressure regulator, it aims down, straight down. This one's off of a Y8, and I'll explain to you why. So we remove the return line, and there's a little bit of fuel coming out, not a lot, just barely some. I was able to put my finger on it, and there's really not enough pressure. So, okay, first things first, let's remove that filter. I used that filter from a wrecked one I have on the back because it was already late. The auto parts were closed, and I knew that one ran fine. So I went and took it off, put it on, makes no difference. So at that point, we're like, maybe it's the fuel pump. I've encountered a lot of fuel pumps where the little hose inside from the pump to the hanger, they rip or whatnot. So we went ahead, we removed the pump. I had several pumps laying around. Removed the pump, and yeah, the gas looks old, whatnot, but the hose is not ripped. But we ended up changing the pump. So we replaced the pump. One of the things I noticed on this pump is usually a good pump will have this, I think it's like some type of a breather. You guys can catch that. It looks broken. And I've caught some of the pumps when that is broken, the pump doesn't pump right. I think it's like a relief pressure spring in there. So I think it was making too much pressure. It probably just popped itself out. I don't know. But anyways, we replaced the pump. Nothing. It didn't make a difference. Still ran bad. So then at that point, let's change the fuel pressure regulator. We found the fuel pressure regulator here. This is the stock one. It's a straight. You see the return line is straight. So we found a stock one from a Y8. We put it on. The only reason I'm saying a Y8 is because the newer vehicles, I believe from 2000 and up, these are different. The earlier ones are straight. You'll see this one. It's in the middle, so it's a straight 3-hole. And then they change it. The newer ones, they changed them and they went up, so you can't use them. Anyways, threw that on, and it runs a little bit better. Like, now it says running. You can rev it, but up to 2,000 RPMs, and then it just doesn't want to run. After that, it just bogs, and then it just turns off. Like, it turns off completely. Okay, so we are stumped. Now what could it be? I found somebody online that posted something on Facebook, and he was having an identical problem. This one, if you pinch the return line, it stays running. Before everything, remember, I pinched the return line, it stays running, runs good. So we knew it had to do with the fuel issue. No check engine lights, no nothing. So we were wondering what it was. Then Marco said, hey, let's check the timing. He checked the timing. He said it's a tooth off. We digged into it, find out that the belt either stretched or is the wrong one because they never aligned right. So we tried timing it, but the teeth don't match the belt. So we removed the belt, we put a new belt, and it's on time now for sure. Everything we knew, it's a new belt, it's on time, and it still has the same issue. We checked compression. Compression is good. My brother had already checked compression. He said it has 150 compression all across. So we knew that compression wasn't the issue. We knew valve adjustment was not the issue. Okay, so I come, and this is what the filter comes out. That's what it keeps pouring. That was from last night. So every time you do this, I added more fuel into it right now, clean fuel, and this is what keeps coming out. You can see how dirty that is. That is really, really bad. So after replacing everything, there was only one thing left: injectors. So it makes sense every time we pinch the line, every time we pinch the return line, it runs good. We would leave vice grips on it, and it runs fine. We drive it around, everything's fine, normal. So I'm a hoarder. Like I said, I keep injectors here, and I took injectors out, and you can see that's what came out of the injectors. And then, yeah, I checked the injectors, and you can barely catch the inside. This thing will not focus good. But there you go. You can barely catch them in there. Those little crystal looking things, that's rust. It's rust, a bunch of little specks of rust that accumulated in there, and it prevents it from going in there. And I'll show you, I'll put a picture of what they look like normal. So we changed the injectors. This thing runs amazing. That's all that was wrong with it. It's the fuel. This thing sat for so long, everything pretty much rusted. The tank looks somewhat dirty and rusted, but not as bad as to be causing major issues, obviously. But the whole time it was the injectors. The injectors were not. What happens is they're so clogged they can't suck fuel, and the pressure regulator cannot keep up. So when you pinch the line, it builds pressure, and now the injectors were able to suck that fuel. Because remember, the fuel just runs through the fuel rail. So if those things are clogged, it's not keeping up. So when you pinch the line, it builds pressure, and then the injectors are able to spray. That's what came out of the injectors. So turns on good, it runs good, it revs fine. Everything is great with it. I'm gonna go ahead and start it so you guys can hear it, because yeah, then I've been getting some negative comments. So there it is. It runs good. It idles great. And that's all that was wrong with it. That battery is there temporary because that battery doesn't fit. It takes a special Honda battery. And that was it. So overall, it's a good CRV. Everything inside is intact. It's really, really clean on the inside. It's missing some of these, but there's a few of them online posted up for sale party now, so I'm gonna go grab them. I think I have two, but I still would need one more. Yeah, it needs, no, actually I only have one. Overall, it's in good shape. You can see that this thing at one point they left them on the road because it has a sticker here where they removed it. So yeah, so we're gonna clean it up, get it detailed, wash the engine, wash the CRV, and then we're gonna post it up for sale. Probably gonna post it for like $2,500. Right now it's winter. This is the CRV season. Subarus and CRVs, anything four-wheel drive, they sell like hotcakes. They sell fast. So yeah, we can wash it, get it detailed, post it up for sale, and let it go. Symptoms of bogging or something, because as of right now it runs good, but that is what was coming out of there. So somehow that made it through it, and he ended up in the injectors, and he clogged the injectors. So just wanted to share this video. If something like that happens to you guys, be aware. Don't neglect those fuel filters, because they will cause more damage. In this case, I think all it started because the CRV was parked for a long time, and I'm pretty sure they maybe never replaced the fuel filter. The fuel inside the tank, it looked dirty, but not too dirty as like it's causing that. I think it's just time. So stay tuned. I have more videos coming.